this is going to be a tour of my prayer journal. This is an A5 size prayer journal. I chose A5 because it's just more convenient to carry when I go places. And it's just more convenient to work with than a big journal. This is basically a planner that I had bought, and I took out the inside, and then I put all my prayer. I had a prayer binder, and I basically put everything from there in here. So let's look inside. On the left hand side, I basically just have a piece of scrap paper. I have a name tag so that if it goes missing, people can find it because my name and my phone number are here. I keep 2 pens. I keep the black pen here. I keep the blue pen here. I use the black pen to write my prayers, and I use the blue pen to write any answers, or if I hear something from the Lord, that's what I use. In the front I have this plastic dashboard. This came with the original planner, and I decided to keep it because it protects the contents of my prayer journal. This ruler I don't really use that much. I use other rulers, but I keep this in here just in case. This also came with the original planner. This, I don't know if you can see, maybe I should just take it off. This is basically things I pray over during my prayer, or just before I pray, just to pray over my prayer time, against distractions, against anything that would hinder me or cause me to not pray as effectively. So that I keep here in the front. This is scrapbooking paper. Basically what I did is I cut it to the A5 size, and then I punched the holes accordingly. You'll see in here we have double holes at certain spots. This is because this was from my original binder, and I just liked it so much that I just transferred it straight into this binder and then punched holes accordingly. So some papers will have the double hole over there. This paper I bought years ago, and my husband got it for me, so I can't remember where. Anyway, but all my main dividers are scrapbooking paper. And then these tabs are also handmade. I basically just cut the tab off a divider and then traced them onto cardboard and cut as many as I needed. So that's what I've done here. And then I pasted it on with double-sided tape because it's less messy than glue. And I'll fold through. My worship tab is the first one. In here I basically just keep lyrics to worship music or songs, and what I'll do during this time is listen to worship music or sing or praise the Lord. And that sort of thing. And then basically it's just me. What I have in here at the moment is just lyrics. There's quite a few. So if you can see, just handwritten. I don't think there's anything in here that's been typed. I think I like to do everything by hand. So yeah, I don't think there's anything in here that would be typed. I like to keep in each section, I like to keep 2 sheets of paper spare. I put margins on each side just because I'm a neat freak. And I like it to be lined up properly, and I don't want my text to go into the holes. So these are just pencil, and then I erase them when I'm finished writing on the page. But I keep at least 2 extra sheets of paper in each section, and then I keep a whole bunch in the back. So that was my worship tab. My next tab is Be Still. This was also done by hand. This is from cards. These birds, I cut them out, stuck them in, and this is just pencil, crayon, and a fine liner. I just did this all by hand. And then Let me just move this so you can see that page as well. Basically, this is just a chance to be quiet in the presence of the Lord and just get myself ready to pray properly. That is a text from 2 Kings 6 verse 15 to 17 and from a sermon by Derek Prince that I posted in there. Like I said, everything is handwritten in here. I don't think there's anything printed or typed. And then these are just some lyrics from songs, like choruses or a verse. These pictures are also from cards that I had. And I leave a blank page. And then the next section is confess. Basically, I do write my confessions down. It just works better for me. I made a sleeve just with card, and I basically keep sheets of paper in here, and I write it on the sheet, and then I tear it up and throw it away. Once it's confessed, it's done. And I only look at the last 24 hours. I don't confess what has already been confessed. This is just search me, O God, and know my heart. Tell me and know my anxious thoughts, and see if there be any hurtful way in me, and lead me in the way everlasting. Just in quotes that I got from Pinterest. I just go search on Pinterest, and I put. This is also just scrapbooking paper from the same set that I used to make the main. Now that is from Gina Garland. She made a video a while ago with some stuff on it. And I basically got her printout and I used some of it in my prayer journal. Just search Gina Garland on YouTube and you should find her video on her prayer journal. It's quite, it's quite inspiring, gives you some ideas. Then in this section I have a sheet of paper here with some questions I ask myself. It's covered because they've personalized to things that I struggle with. I only work on the last 24 hours and I don't work on what has not or what has already been confessed and forgiven. The next section is my section. This is a paper I got from a women's conference. I keep it in there. Then I have different tabs. I pray over my week, my job. I don't have a job at the moment, so I'm a housewife. I pray over that. My relationships, me as a steward, my health, my faith, and then any other stuff that may come to mind. And then I won't go through all of this because that's very personal, but I'll go through a couple of sections. In my relationships, I have this page. I don't know where I got this from. Got this from the internet, just 6 verses to pray over relationships. To pray scripture is very powerful, so that can be helpful. Then over my faith, I read a book called The Power of the Praying Wife and The Power of the Praying Woman by Stormy O'Martian. And I took some prayers from there and I basically rewrote relevant prayers and put them in here. Not every single prayer, but they are here. Now we're going to go into my husband's section. That's just a quote I got off the internet. God helped me realize that my prayers on his behalf are more effective than any words I could speak to him. Just Pinterest. If you're looking for any ideas, Pinterest is great. I love Pinterest. I pray over his week, his job, his faith, his relationships, his health, him as a steward, and then any other emergency that might come to mind. The prayer for his job I got from Stormy O'Martian's The Power of a Praying Wife. This is for relationships, also from The Power of the Praying Wife. And then I got this relationship prayer from marydemuth.com. Don't know if you can see that. That's where I got it from. Oh, I love washi tape, by the way, as you can tell. Sorry for that. That's the neighbour's dogs. And the next section is marriage. I have things that I got off the internet, Pinterest. Just sincere prayers for the Christian wife. The fruits of the Spirit. And other things that I would like to pray for in my marriage. I don't know if you can see those. So, then I have, this is also from, I don't know if you can see, this is also from Gina Garland's printout. And other attributes that I want to pray for my marriage. This I got from Carrie Denker, Stone Soup for 5. It's a nice blog. It's a very helpful blog if you ever want to follow it. Then I got these self-reflection questions for the Christian wife, and I got them from www.oftheheart.com. And I prayed through those as well. Things that I pray for my husband, also from Gina Garland's printout. A prayer for our marriage I got from The Power of the Praying Wife. I wrote it out, put it in with washi tape. Then the next section is the weekly section, and here I pray for my dogs, close family and friends, my country, Israel, and then any other that might come to mind. And then I might not write the prayer every time I pray. Doesn't mean every time I pray that I write this prayer. So sometimes I'll pray without writing a prayer. So the dogs, close family and friends. Here I have, each person has their own page. There's probably about 10 or 12 people here. My country. You will see that these paper clips are there to let me know what I need to do next. I don't have sort of Monday I pray this and Tuesday I pray that. I just, like, each day I go through. Because of my health, sometimes I will miss a day, and then if I missed a Wednesday, then I don't get there. So I just do the paperclip, and when I've done that, I move it to the next section, and then I pray that section the next day that I pray, which is almost every day, but sometimes due to my health, I actually just don't get there. I pray for Israel, and then other people. Now here's a list, it's a long list of people, and basically I just tick them off as I go, and I pray for probably 4 or 5 people each time I get here. And each person will have their own piece, their own section on a page. Then emergency. Basically what I do here is I don't put the prayer here, I put a page, and then I will say who and what to pray for, and then I'll go back to where their name will be in my prayer journal, and I'll pray there. Then listen. This is just taking time to hear from God. If you're going to do this, I recommend you set a timer. And then I write down in blue anything that comes to mind or that I feel God's telling me, or questions I have, the answers for those questions. And then let's get there. Gratitude. Every day I write down about 5, sometimes more things that I'm grateful for. I just thank the Lord for those things. And then around the back I keep spare paper, and I cut as I go. I just basically buy notebooks and I just cut the paper and punch as I go. And I hope this was helpful, and I hope you enjoyed this tour of my prayer journal. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see. If you like this video, please subscribe below and like, and make a comment and tell me what you liked and what you would like to see next. Thank you.